Burr, Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter Doris Burke. J.J. Barea is checked in for Dallas. Mavericks trailed by 7. On the floor for Dallas, Al-Farouq Aminu is out there with Brandon Wright. Then there's Chandler Parsons. Then there's J.J. Barea. And it's Nelson in at the point guard position.
Rebounding is going to be the focal point for them in this one, fellas. I can feel it.
Yeah, it's a physical game, and so far the numbers show that they've got the edge on the glass.
Payton kicks to Oladipo. Shot clock at 6. Payton passes to Oladipo. It's rebounded by Dallas. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of Miami.
Kevin, that game defensively, nightmare. They went into that building and just got blown out by a very hot team.
Well, they didn't defend those shooters like they should have, and once the fans got into it and the arena started rocking and thumping and bumping, things only got worse.
Maurice Harkless is checked in for the Magic. Mr. Clutch comes in for Payton.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
The Orlando Magic come into this one following a loss to the Milwaukee Bucks.
And you don't need to dig too deep into the box score to figure out why they lost the game. I mean, their shooting percentage was abysmal.
You know, sometimes we talk about the defense getting into the heads of the opposing players, but it seemed that night they got in their own heads, couldn't get out of their own way as they lost confidence at the offensive end.
And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Hey, guys. Well, Brian Shaw had some advice for the team over that last break. He made no secret the number one thing he wants to see from his guys in all-out assault on the offensive glass, even if it comes at the expense of giving up some points in transition. He also urged them to drive the lane aggressively on offense, saying they won't be able to handle us if we can get bodies to the basket each and every time down the court. We'll be watching how these adjustments work. Kev, there's still a lot of time left in this game.
All right, Doris, thanks. Here is Felton. 11 points for him in that last game against the Heat in Miami. And Wright kicks to Aminu. Rob. There's 45 seconds left in the first. No good from Mr. Clutch.
You know, that mid-range jump shot is not his strong suit, even when he gets a good look like that.
And Aminu kicks to Felton. Feeds to Barea. Back to Felton. Here's Aminu. Hits the three-point bomb. Aminu's got his first 3 points of the game.
Boy, guys, they've shown some great passing on their last few trips down the floor. Excellent.
Yeah, that's 4 straight trips, guys, where their passes have ended up in scores. 4 straight assists. Great team play.
Oladipo with a screen on Felton. Mr. Clutch, the pass to Oladipo. Here's Mr. Clutch, guarded by Barea. This one for 3. That's good. Harkless has got 5 points so far.
How about that for a response?
They will say they can give the 3 as well as they can take the 3.
Coming up next Monday night, February 2nd, Nikola Vucevic and the Orlando Magic go up against Russell Westbrook and the Oklahoma City Thunder. Live from Oklahoma.
Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. Still going with an almost entirely new group here. Vucevic checked in for Fry. Gordon comes in for Andrew Nicholson. Harris is checked in for Harkless. And it's Mr. Clutch in for Payton. And a new group getting ready for Dallas. Al-Farouq Aminu. He's checked in for Wright. Parsons comes in for Richard Jefferson. J.J. Barea is checked in for Harris. And it's Felton in for Nelson. Fournier and Harris filling out the perimeter. Gordon and Vucevic, the big men inside. And it's Mr. Clutch in at the point. That's who's out there for Orlando. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Magic.
Now, they didn't waste any time getting into a groove out there. They're dialed in from long range.
Another thing they've been doing so far tonight is knocking down the jump shot.
Victor Oladipo, he's checked in for Evan Fournier.
Victor Oladipo played for the same college coach as Dwayne Wade. And other games actually draw some comparisons. Both are 6'4", strong, huge wingspans, and explosive athletes with that ball handling ability. I think Oladipo has a great future.
And Oladipo, an all-around player, he can rebound, pass, and he can defend, even block shots.
And again, he sees the parallels with Dwayne Wade, although not as tall and not quite as long as Wade. His charisma and passion, though, remind you a bit of Dwayne Wade in terms of his game. I like his game. That's a nice basketball, man. You can do a lot with that when he gets going.
Little rhythm. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Here comes Oladipo.
There you go.
goes
There you
Oladipo.
go.
Yeah.
There you go.
1:33 left to play here in the second quarter. Crowder kicks to Parsons. Sinks the 15-footer. Parsons got his second basket of the night.
Wow, he was just wide open there. That's way too easy.
Magic leading by 16. In the corner, it's Harris. Pass to Mr. Clutch. Shoots a three. Aminu grabs the miss. Dallas has got nothing but zeros from long range in the second quarter. 0 of 4. Here's Barea. From outside, off the mark. Orlando's gotten into trouble with the three ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. Harris outside. Here's Mr. Clutch. And the three off target. Mavericks trail by 16. Felton dishes to Aminu. He feeds it to Barea. Shot from 12. Another miss by Barea. The Magic have gone 7 of 14 in the second quarter, shooting to the tune of 50%. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Here's Mr. Clutch. He's coming off a 10-point game against Milwaukee. Vucevic to the pass to Oladipo. Clock at 6. And Harris wide open. He shoots. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. And the Mavericks making a change here. Here's Felton. Right now averaging 7 points a game. Well-placed jumper from the free throw line. Felton has got 5 now.
Something they'd like to see more of him more often, that's for sure.
Here's Mr. Clutch. And
I'm here with Rick.
Okay, fellas, nice job sticking to the plan in the first half. Now let's widen the gap and get these fans even more.
now it's been a one-sided affair so far. So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. Channing Frye's checked in for Vucevic. Andrew Nicholson comes in for Gordon. Maurice Harkless is checked in for Harris. And Fournier subbed in for Oladipo. And Dallas with a change here too. Richard Jefferson, he's checked in for Al-Farouq Aminu. On the floor for Dallas, Brandon Wright is out there with Chandler Parsons. Then it's Jameer Nelson. Then it's Jefferson. And it's Harris in at the 2 guard. That one goes. Count it. 10 points for Chandler Parsons. Mr. Clutch is checked in for the Magic. And the change here too. J.J. Barea is checked in for Devin Harris. Here's Fournier, guarded by Barea. Mr. Clutch, the pass to Fournier. Pass to Mr. Clutch. Money from the wing. Mr. Clutch has got 6.
Coach Rick Carlisle is really a competitive guy. He's hardworking, brings a razor-sharp intensity to the job. A former NBA player himself, but he's not what you would call a player's coach. At least he doesn't fit that description as we've become accustomed to hearing it applied. He's not buddy-buddy with this guy. He is clearly all business.
Down low.
How about that play? Great body control. Still manages to finish the play despite the contact.
So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group. Vucevic checked in for Frye. Gordon comes in for Nicholson. Harris is checked in for Maurice Harkless. And it's Payton in for Evan Fournier. Dallas also making some changes. Al-Farouq Aminu, he's checked in for Wright. Harris comes in for Jefferson. And Nelson is subbed in for Chandler Parsons. And at the 2 and 3, it's Oladipo and Tobias Harris. Gordon and Vucevic, the big men inside. And it's Payton in at point guard. That's who's out there for Orlando. Clock at 6. The kick out to Oladipo. Aminu grabs the miss. Aminu's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. Channing Frye's checked in for Vucevic. Nicholson comes in for Gordon. Evan Fournier's checked in for Oladipo. And it's Mr. Clutch in for Payton. Dallas also making some changes. Greg Smith, he's checked in for Aminu. Jay Crowder comes in for Raymond Felton. And Jefferson subbed in for Jameer Nelson. Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Yes, Kevin. Brian Shaw had some words for his team in that last timeout. He told Harris that he wants their offense to run through him. Coach emphasized getting him as many touches as possible, saying he is going to be one of the guys to carry us the rest of the way. He also told them that he wants to see multiple passes on every possession. He said that was the key to getting the best shot each time down. So Coach waiting until the final stages to pull a few tricks out of his sleeve. Kevin, let's see if he's made a wise decision.
Thanks a lot, Doris. Gordon's checked in for the Magic. Outside for Barea. Jacks up a 3, and he gets it to go. Barea's got 6 here in this quarter.
And we head to the final buzzer in a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance. This will go in the books as a really gaudy win for the Magic.
Clark, their shot blocking turned out to give them a big advantage in this game.
Well, they were disciplined and focused, I thought, all game long, Kevin. Excellent defense around the rim.
And an important milestone for them tonight as they pick up win number 10.
Sometimes, guys, it's hard during the first meeting of a season to get a feel for a team, but these guys came out and made the necessary adjustments, and I think they've got to feel good about going up 1-0 in the season series against the Mavericks.
Well, you look back at this one, and what an amazing performance this has been for Tobias Harris. He was really everywhere, defensively, offensively. The total effort we saw from him, I think, was the difference.
Here's Mr. Clutch, guarded by Barea. Here's Mr. Clutch. That is good. And the Magic lead by 20.
Just a little bit more for these fans to cheer about as they get ready to celebrate the win.
Well, they can already start to celebrate, Steve, and they should let their team hear it. They were good.
Here's Jefferson. Misses the layup.
That was a layup, and you've got to knock that down. You've got to convert when you get those opportunities.
And so it's Orlando taking this one by a big margin. You know, Clark, every team has a bad night, and these guys might want to watch the tape.